Copying files with Python. It really is fun to be able to apply what you've learned. Let's learn to copy files with the OS module, with the threading library, the Subprocess module, and with the Shutil module. Let's first do this with the OS module. The popen function returns a file object that connects to a pipe. Observe the syntax. Command is the command it takes. Mode is R or W for read or write. Buff size is the buffer size. Less than 0 means buffering with default buffer size. 0 means no buffering and 1 means line buffering. And greater than 1 means buffering with given buffer size. This is the file 1.txt and this is what it holds. Hi, I'm 1. If we make a call to popen with the command copy 1.txt 2.txt, it copies the first file and calls it 2.txt. This file has the same contents as does 1. Hi, I'm 1. Another way to do this is the system function. This lets us execute a command as a string in a subshell. It then sends the output to a standard output stream. This is the syntax. Let's copy it again and call it 3 this time. And this creates the file 3.txt. This command executes in a subshell in a thread that is parallel to our executing code. If 3.txt already existed, system or popen would have replaced its contents with hi, I'm 1. In Python 3 though, these functions are deprecated and the subprocess module is recommended. Let's do this with the threading library now. This has a thread module. This carries out copying in an asynchronous manner. Let's import shutil and thread from threading. Create a thread with the target command as shutil.copy and arguments as a list with the names of the original file and the name of the copy and call start on this. This creates the file 4.txt. This is a copy of 1.txt. Now the subprocess module. The idea here is to launch child processes and attach to their pipes for input, output and error and then retrieve the return values. The call function takes the command as argument, returns it, waits for it to complete, then returns return code. This is the syntax using the parameters for arguments, input, output, errors, shell execution, and timeout. Import subprocess and call with the command copy 1.txt 5.txt with shell set to true. And this copies to create 5.txt. Now in the shell, if the status is not equal to 0, if it is less than 0, print killed by signal status, else print command failed with the return code status, and if it is 0, print successfully executed command. And since it executed perfectly, it prints successfully executed command. We have another function check output. This runs the command and returns the output. For a non-zero exit code, it raises called process error. This is the syntax. This function is like subprocess.run, but it pipes data from stdout as encoded bytes. Let's do this. And it creates 6.txt. Note that all copies created so far hold the text hi, I'm 1. And now the shutil module. Copy file copies one file's contents to another. And if the target isn't writable, it raises an IO error. This is the syntax. In this, the parameter follows symlinks is for symbolic links. If you don't set it and the source is a symbolic link, it creates a symbolic link from the source file instead of actually copying it. Import shutil and copy 1.txt to 7.txt. This creates the file 7.txt. Shutil also has a copy function This one also copies file permissions. Copy file 1.txt to 8.txt and there you have it. So how is copy different from copy file? Copy file does not copy permission bits. It also raises error 13 for directories, but copy can copy to a directory. Copy file internally uses copy file obj, but copy uses copy file and copy mode. Copy file has no overhead of preserving permissions and so is faster than copy. But we also have copy too. This is like copy, but also has the access and modification times linked to the metadata. The copying was successful. So how is this different from copy? Copy sets permission bits, but copy2 also updates file metadata with timestamps of the copying operation using copystat. And finally, copy file obj. This remembers where you stopped reading and starts copying from that position. Let's open the two files in read binary and write binary modes. 11.txt will be the new file, the copy. And this successfully copies it. You're doing great so far. Don't forget to keep up with your assignments and in no time you'll finish this course.